Hey there, welcome back to Umraco Learning Base. My name is Isha, and in this video, we'll look at how to create a contact us form using Umraco forms. By the end of this video, you'll have a contact us form that looks like this. So, let's get started. I have a project running locally. In the settings section, I have a couple of document types with templates. We'll look at the contact us document type. The contact us document type consists of a title box composition with the title property and text string as its editor, and subtitle property with text area as its editor. The form group consists of the contact form property with a rich text editor, and the content group consists of the body text property with a rich text editor as well. In the content section, I've added the contact us node and filled in some details such as the title, subtitle, and body text values. The contact form is currently blank since we need to create the form before inserting it here. Let's do that. We'll go to the Forms section and click on Create a Form. We'll give the form a name and call it Contact Us. By default, we have the data consent field added to all new forms. I want this field in my form, so I'll leave it as it is. I'll call the group data consent. Next, we'll add a new group and call it information. We'll add our first question, and in the enter question field, we'll type name, and I'll change the alias to full name. For the answer type, I'll select short answer, and from the field type drop-down, I'll select text as I want this to be a text field only. I'll mark it as a mandatory field and submit the question. Let's add the next question called company name and select short answer as the answer type. I'll leave the rest of the fields as it is and submit the question. My next question is, how should we contact you? For this, I'll select single choice as the answer type, and in the items field, I'll add the value and the captions to it. So the first value will be phone and the next one email. I'll mark it as a mandatory field and submit the question. Let's add the next question, that is, enter your phone number. For this, I'll select short answer as the answer type. From the field type drop-down, I'll select telephone and validate it as a number. Now, I want to set a condition on this field. I want this field to be displayed only if it matches the following condition. So, I'll click on Add Condition and select How should we contact you from the drop-down and type phone here and submit this question. So, this field will only be displayed if the user has selected phone in the previous question. Similarly, I'll add the next question, that is, enter your email address and select short answer as the answer type. From the field type drop-down, I'll select email and validate it as an email address. I'll set the condition on this field since I want this field to be shown only if the how should we contact you field is email, and submit this question. So we have our conditions in place. Great. Now moving on, let's add a couple of more questions to our form. Our next question is, what is your role? For this, I'll select the drop-down list as its answer type and add some values to it, such as manager, developer, tester, writer, and marketing specialist, and submit this question. Cool. For the next question, I'll add attachments, if any, and select File Upload as its answer type. In the predefined allowed file types, I'll select PDF, PNG, JPG, GIF, and TXT file types. So only these file types are allowed to be uploaded. The rest of the fields look fine as it is, so I'll submit this question. The next question is important, that is, are you a robot? And for this, I'll select reCAPTCHA v2 as its answer type. From the theme drop-down, I'll select light, and from the size drop-down, I'll select normal. I'll mark it as a mandatory field and submit this question. Cool. So I think I pretty much have a decent contact us form. However, I want the data consent at the end of the form. So I'll click on reorder and drag it below the information group and click I'm done reordering. And now my contact us form looks perfect. At the end of the form, we have a default workflow added. So basically, when the user submits the form, a submit message will be displayed and a template email will be sent to the email address mentioned in the workflow. So let's configure the submit message. I'll customize this message a little bit, and I want the user to stay on the same page and click submit. I'll now configure the send template email workflow. I'll leave the default values as it is. In the email template, I'll select the example template, enable attachments, and in the center email, I'll type no reply at umbraco.tk and submit it. If you wish to configure the workflow, you can do so from here. You can either delete the default workflow or add another workflow from the available list of options. For this video, I'll use the default workflow. Moving on, I'll quickly go through the settings tab. By default, all submitted records are saved in the database. If you do not want to store data, you can uncheck this box. You can customize the labels of the submit, next, and previous buttons used in your form. Here, you can set a style sheet to give your form custom styling. Here, I'll select Mark Mandatory field so that it displays an asterisk for my mandatory fields. I'll leave the rest of the fields as it is and save the form. Cool. Now, let's go to the content section and add this form in our Contact Us page. In the Contact Form field, I'll select Insert Macro and choose the Contact Us form and add the default theme and leave the exclude scripts disabled and click submit. Now let's save and publish the content node. Cool. Moving on, in the settings section, in the Contact Us template, I've rendered the contact form and the body text properties. Now let's go back to the content section and view the form on the front end. But wait, the reCAPTCHA field has an error message. It says that the site key is missing and to update the configuration to include the public key value. So let's do as it says. I'll go to Visual Studio and stop running the application. Open the appsettings.json file and add forms, field types, reCAPTCHA2, private key, and here you need to add your reCAPTCHA public and private keys. You can create your keys by logging into your reCAPTCHA account. I have my keys handy, so I'll paste them here. For more information, I'll leave the documentation link in the description box below. I'll also add the SMTP settings for the email workflow to work. So I'll add SMTP In the from field, I'll add no reply at umraku.dk. I'll set the localhost as host and 25 as the port. You need to ensure to configure these values as per your SMTP service. Let's save the file and run the application. Cool. Let's look at the form in the content section. And we no longer have the error message here. Our form is good to go. Let's go ahead and view it on the front end. Cool. We have the title, the subtitle, our contact form, and body text next to it. Let's fill out the details in the form and submit it. Awesome! We can now view our customized message here. Let's take a look at the email. The email consists of the from, to, and subject fields as we had configured in the workflow. The email template has the information that was filled in the form. You can also view the attachment here. Now, let's go back to the back office and go to the form section. As we can see, we have one entry here. Clicking on it, we can see the same information that was filled out in the form. At the bottom, we can view the workflow audit, and in this case, the workflow is completed. If you wish, you can also export the records to any one of the formats. And that's pretty much it. I hope you found this video useful and can now create customized contact us forms to suit your needs. I'll see you soon with another video. Until then, take care and stay safe.